from the gracious days. Shout out to my friend Suzy Q, you know, the one that fucking recommended me Spies in Disguise and a bunch of shit, Crayon Shin-chan, and shout out to her because I just got the message from her that she's balding.
Vernier Scalper.
Willkommen auf meinem YouTube-Kanal, ich bin Scalper and today we'll be talking about my neighbors, the fucking Yamadas. I was dreading this fucking film. Okay, I was dreading this fucking film. I was dreading making this fucking video. But now that I have hit record, I'm ready. I've never been so fucking ready to talk about the fucking Yamadas. Okay, so I really don't remember anything from this film, and the only thing that I really remember is that it was so boring. It was so boring. Woo! Woo! Like my pulse. It was very boring. That was what I remember. It was very boring, and I remember that I quit watching it. Like I rage quit the fucking film at like the 40-minute mark or something like that. But guess what? Guess fucking what? Apparently, actually, is 其实 I did finish the fucking film because in doing my rewatch, as I got to the end, I was like, oh, I actually watched the whole fucking thing because I remember every single scene. You know, as I'm rewatching it and it's coming back to my memory, but I actually watched the fucking thing. I think what actually happened back then, you know, was that I watched it in 2 sittings. Okay, I watched it in 2 sittings. I didn't watch it in 1 because the first time I watched it to probably, like I said, the 40-minute mark, and I had to come back a different day to finish the fucking film because, like, I guess I'm not a quitter. I might take a break, and it might be like a day of break or 2 days or maybe even a week, but I will still come back and I will finish the deed. Okay, I will finish it. There might be a redemption arc right here, right before our very eyes today in the Vernier Scalper YouTube. Ich bin Vernier Scalper YouTube canal. We might have a redemption arc on our hands because I like the film. Okay, I like it a little. I like it a little more than I used to. Okay, I found some redeeming qualities about it. Okay, I found some charm. Something charming that I will just get out of the way because I actually genuinely like this is that Akiko Yano was in charge of the music, okay, in charge of the soundtrack. And I really like Akiko Yano, okay? You know, people always talk about, you know, YMO, and they talk about the one guy, you know, Mr. Lawrence. Please don't come for me. Yeah, I know there's a lot of fans, okay? He has a lot of fans, and I'm getting into his music, but Akiko Yano, like, what people don't talk about. You see, this is why I get. People don't talk about the fucking women, okay? We talk about like techno kayo, techno pop, and synth pop from Japan of the 70s and the 80s, but we don't talk about the real, you know, like the woman. Like we don't talk about Akiko Yano. Like why? She and the man had a child, okay, and they worked together quite a lot. She was in like her synth pop phase back in the 70s and 80s. And she was on Twitter She's on tour with the YMO and everything. Like, why don't we not talk about Akiko Yano? Why are we not talking about Akiko Yano? Why are we not talking about Akiko Yano, okay? She made the music for this film. And, her piano, okay? Her signature piano compositions and her signature voicings. Her signature... Her signature vocal accents that she does in her own songs are displayed. They're out on display here in this film. Her Japanese folky high-pitched singing that is like reminiscent of Kate Bush. You know, people like to say that. And I like Kate Bush as well, but I love it, okay? I love the embellishments that she's done in this fucking film with the music, okay? It's always very charming. So, with that out of the way, we have to talk about the actual film. Now, I think that this film, okay, as I was rewatching, I think that this film is good for kids, okay? And I know that Ghibli films in general are for the children, okay? They're for the children, but some of them are just really appropriate because I was talking to one of my acquaintances recently. We were talking about he's a bit older than me, a lot older than me actually. It's a different generation, and he has a child. He's a child or children. I can't remember if it's more than one. I was talking about Studio Ghibli films, and it was talking about how Grave of the Fireflies might be a bit much, okay? It might be a bit explicit for a child at this point of time. But then again, when we were talking about the Grave of the Fireflies, I was saying that it was released, and he didn't know this. I was giving him like the tea, you know? I was giving him the tea. I was saying that it was actually released on the same day as the Totoro, and it was actually like a companion film. I was trying not to be super nerd, you know, because I do the super nerding out here in my fucking YouTube. Ich bin Bernish Kaha. Welcome out my YouTube channel. I fucking hate myself, but okay. This is where I do the nerding. So I try not to nerd out, you know. I was telling him all the tea and stuff like that. Where am I even going with this? So I do agree that some films of the Ghibli series are just more appropriate for the younger kids, and as, you know, maybe they get older and you can introduce them to some other titles that might, you know, because something that is as complex as Spirited Away or even Owl's Moving Castle, yes, it is stimulating, it is interesting, it is fantasy, it is colorful, it is saturated, and then there's a lot going on, but the children, they might not necessarily absorb or understand or, you know, even like create their own interpretation. Like, it's not, I think the parents can decide which ones are more appropriate, or they could try like film by film, like, okay, how about we try Ponyo, we can try Pompoko. Oh, my acquaintance thinks that Pompoko is a bit weird, which is fine. Fine, which is fine, you know, it is fine. Try not to get over defensive, okay? Try not to get over defensive about my Pompoko. Okay? Like, what do you mean Pompoko is weird? Like, have you seen Spirited Away? What the fuck is that? So Spirited Away, like, her being a slave in the fucking bathhouse is fine, but Pompoko is not. Just because we have a few moments of balls. No hate to my fucking acquaintance, but I have like the urge to say friend, but he's not really a friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to boundaries here, but semantics, you know what I'm saying? But yes, okay, like I get it. Pompoko it's very folky. It's very, like, I was right. Okay, I was right. It remains the misunderstood film, but guess what? It is the neighbor of the Yamadas. Okay, the neighbor of the fucking Yamadas is misunderstood as well. That is the real question. That is the real question that we will be answering today. At this point, I'm just stalling. Okay, at this point, I'm just stalling. But I was thinking, okay, back to my point. You see, we just went on like a totally, like, it's just like a fucking tangent going on here. I think it's good for children, okay? Like very young children. I think this is a okay film, okay? It's a slice of life. It is easy to understand, easy to absorb. It is not too, there's no like heavy violence or magic or some crazy thing. Nothing too political as well, you know? It is just very, 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 very harmless. The art style is very pretty, okay? I will say the art style is very pretty. It was a bit different. I remember when I watched it for the first time, I was like, I don't know, I don't know, because it's like the art style is just so different from the usual Ghibli stuff. This is so simple. It is so... Okay, so only yesterday, the throwback scenes, the scenes where we get the childhood scenes with the negative space and the very light colors, that was minimal, okay, to me. But this is even more minimal than only yesterday, okay? This one is so much negative space. It really feels like you're looking at the sketchbook, okay? Like a sketchbook and somebody's doing the, what do you call it? Or, what do you call the fucking book of drawings when people shoot a film and they have the drawings with the scene, like scene by scene, frame by frame, like what is that called? I'm gonna put it on the screen, okay? That is what I am thinking. This is what it feels like you're looking at. It's very, very simple. The colors, everything just so understated. And I don't think I appreciated it as much back then, but I do now. It is very pretty. It is very pretty. It is very charming, I will say. So the music is good, the art is nice. I think it goes well with the entire vibe of the slice of life in this humble family, okay? They're of humble origins. They're not fucking rich. They're not pompous. They're not... they're just like the everyday salary worker type family. Nuclear... No, it's not nuclear family because there's a fucking granny. And the characters... Now, this is when my first criticism comes, okay? And this is like very early in the film. I was already picking it out. Like, I wish the voice acting was better. And when I say better, I mean, I wish that it was more animated. It was a bit flat, especially for Dad, okay? The Dad character was very flat. It was very monotonous. Even when he was trying to show a little bit more emotion, it was very flat. It was very flat. I know it is an anime. It is an animated cartoon show. Okay? But I think that is when you need to have the very colorful voice acting. I mean, I do feel the same way when it comes to some of the other films as well. I think it was Totoro that I felt that the dad was also a bit flat. Like the dads are just always really flat. Like in terms of the vocal inflections, it's very flat. And I know maybe it's supposed to portray the dad as this very stoic, you know, like the very traditional, emotionless fucking dad that has to hide all his fucking rage and things. And the only time that we get any emotion is either somebody dies and he cries or he fucking lashes out on the fucking family. That is the stereotypical man. That is the stereotypical man. My mom. And sure, I fucking get it, okay, if that is what they want to do, but still, it's so flat. It is not even like intentionally cold or intentionally rigid. It is just flat. Like the person who is doing the vocals, who is doing the acting, is just not very good at it. There is no stress on certain words or syllables and little inflections and special accentations. Like none! And I'm not talking about the Indian food, okay? That is so lame. Why did I have to do that? Did you see how I paused for like 1 or 2 seconds? I was deciding if I was going to say. Maybe I'm just hungry. Maybe I'm just craving naan right now. I'm so fucking sorry. That was so cringe. I'm going to keep this in the video just so we can fucking laugh at me. Fucking cringe. What the fuck is with that? Okay, anyways. Mom is the most cartoonish character, okay? She's the one that's giving the fucking shtick. She's the one doing the goofs, the gaffs. And that is the best, okay? She's my favorite character. I like the goofy character. Why are there no, like, other goofiness? She's the only one that's bringing the granny. The granny. It's funny, okay? The granny is funny because she is like the anti to the mom, okay? She's like the one who's always done. My eyebrows today are inspired by the granny because she's always like, she's always like, her face is always that downturn, that frown. She's just so done with everything. Fucking done with this family. I love it. I love how grumpy she is. I'm not usually a fan of grumpy old people in films, but Abuela from Encanto. I'm not going to go back to it. Okay, we're not going to start. If you really want to hear about the Abuela, you can go back and watch my fucking Encanto video, where I used to have my explosive hair. Fuck Abuela. Fuck Abuela. I need to do like a recap video of all my old like Disney reviews just so that I can shit on some of those characters like fucking Abuela. Fucking Abuela and fucking Maui from Moana. I fucking hate those people. I fucking hate the stupid pervert, pedophile wizard in Wish. Fuck him. Who else do I hate? Oh my god. Elsa's kind of overrated. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Elsa's so, like, edgelord. You know what I'm saying? She's so, like, she's teddy. She's just a teenager. She's like, in my fucking tower of fractals of eyes and like, fuck off. Like, fuck off. Fuck up, like you're just so cool and you're so edgy and you're so like nihilist. Who the fuck cares? Okay, anyways. Granny. I like Granny, I like the mom. I don't like the dad. The dad is very boring. I will get to that in a bit. The children are okay. Nonoko reminds me of Only Yesterday, our girl from Only Yesterday, but the younger version of her. That is what she reminds me of. The drawing of the art, like the drawing of the character. It's almost exactly the same as the one from Only Yesterday, the younger version of our girl from Only Yesterday. Cute, you know, cute. The boy is fine. Now, I did not remember that this film had funny moments. I just blocked out everything and thought that it was bad and like bland as shit. But yo, the one of the first few chapters, the one that Nonoko was like lost and the family had to look for her. They had to search. They had to go back to the supermarket. And as they were in the car, they're trying to be calm, okay? Everybody trying to like hold back their emotions, but the song that was playing in the fucking radio is about like singing about some lost cat. And mom just got triggered and she breaks down. That was funny. Yo, that was funny. And the music, okay, the music though. It was slapping really hard in this fucking chapter for whatever the fuck. It was slapping. When they were in the supermarket, the fucking supermarket music, that very like dun 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 dun, you know, like that type of like kind of like Nintendo loading screen, menu, lobby type music, you know what I'm saying? Like that jazzy. It's not bossa nova, but it's a little bit like smooth jazz or just like piano, you know, like very like what do you call it, like the lift, like the music you hear in the lift. It's just that type of sound, but it gets a little bit more exciting when they get some clues, like, oh, she left with the boy and they ran out of the supermarket and they're in the car and they're racing home. And the music gets more exciting, and there was like some breakbeat thing going on with the like the piano. Oh my god, that was the music was slapping. It almost felt like it was going to transition into a trance song, because this film was from the 1999. Okay, this is from the 90s. So like those relevant genres, it really felt like it was going to escalate into a trance anthem. It was really nice. And when they actually found like Nonoko back at home or something, the music just turned back into the piano composition. That was fucking good. Yo, fuck! I did not remember this film to slap like this. Ingredients. So you know, earlier I mentioned that Dad is a bit of a boring character. One of his only real traits is the fact that he's fucking chauvinistic pig. I know, okay? Before anybody is going to say anything or think anything again, I know, okay? It is the times. It is the times that this film was set in. Okay, there is no phone, there is no... Like, I get it, it is very in the past. Very 以前, okay? I know. 我明白. But like, he's... okay, so he's on his free, like, what do you call it? Free day? He has work leave, okay? He has like a work leave, so it's like his free day, and he's just lounging at home and doing nothing, okay? Just resting, which is fine. And he asks the wife for the tea, so the wife goes to the kitchen to get a tea, and he's like, no, make it a coffee. Make it a coffee. And obviously, she's like rolling her eyes. And then he says, what about soup for dinner? Or, no, it's not soup, noodles for dinner. And how about you clean up the toilet? Toilet's a wreck. What the fuck? Like, what? How did we go from fucking get me a fucking coffee to clean the fucking toilet? What the fuck? Like, what the... Clean the fucking toilet cause it's a wreck? Bruh, how about you clean the fucking toilet? You fucking lazy you chauvinistic pig. Oh my god, she's literally a fucking slave for this family. I mean, that was pretty much established at the start of the film. Very early in the film, we already get the grasp that Mom is a fucking slave. This is traditional family to the core. The fucking woman is a slave. Okay? But what do you mean you're ordering her to clean the fucking toilet? Even if it's like really nasty, boo-boo nasty, but I believe she would clean it without you having to say it. To command, to demand that it is clean right now. But after you make the fucking coffee, okay? After you make the fucking coffee, after you prepare the fucking noodles. And once you're done, you go get the toilet. Fucking disgusting, useless man. Okay, I mean, he has a job. That is the redeeming quality of the fucking dad, that he has a fucking job and he's the breadwinner. Okay, good for fucking, like, okay, like, you know, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? I don't like the dad. If you can't fucking tell, clean the fucking toilet, bruh. Okay, I do think that the scene of him being amused by the snow was very funny. Okay, he was amused by the snow and he tried to get everybody else on board with him, but nobody gave a fuck because they're all watching TV. But guess what they're watching on the TV? They're watching snow. They're watching an avalanche. Avalanche! And he was not amused. He was like, wow. This fucking family, I worked so fucking hard. I have to carry my beer belly outside in the world to work my fuck ass salaryman office job to come home for these fucking people to not prepare my coffee and not prepare my noodles, and the bathroom is a wreck. And now they can't even give me the time of the day and not even turn around and look at me when I say that there is snow outside. Fuck him, I don't. Honestly, same. And another moment of that honestly same is when he was stuck in the rain. He was outside, coming back from work again, you know. And he makes a call. He calls on the phone, the public phone. Calls home. Because he did not bring a fucking umbrella. And he wants somebody to go to him with a fucking umbrella and bring him home. But nobody wants to fucking do it. They're just pushing the responsibility around. They're like, no, you do it. Like he hears it on the phone. Everybody just pushing the fucking responsibility. Like, no, you go help that. You go help that. And I like how the son even says, get Nonoko to do it. Not get Nonoko to do it. Oh my god, get the little tiny ass child, the girl, to fetch that umbrella in the fucking public. That was so unserious. That was funny, okay, that was funny. And the scene where he wanted to play ball, like literal ball, not the figurative like play ball, but he literally wants to play the catch. He wants to play the baseball with the son. But the son would rather read the manga, read the book, you know. And he was hurt, so he played alone outside, and there was sad piano music. That was very unserious. It was so dramatic. I really like it when the music has a sense of humor as well. It's playing out the fucking scenes. Because the scenes, let's be real, there is nothing really much happening with the scenes. Nothing much, nothing special, nothing like a spice out of the ordinary life. Everything is very, very plain. The sister, okay, like Nonoko getting lost might actually be the most exciting thing to happen in the entire fucking film. That is the most riveting moment. Everything else is just so domestic. Okay, like so domestic, so... Okay? And here comes the issue. So we have the chapter about the dad. Okay, like I was saying earlier, dad wants to play the fucking baseball with the son. Now that chapter was talking about the father-son dynamic and blah 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 yada yada yada. Everything after that was fucking boring. Was fucking boring, yo! I was texting my friend. Okay, I was texting my friend Barbara. That is her nickname. I was fucking texting Barbara like, yo, this film might have a redemption. I might think, yo, what if this film is the real, like, this is like the most misunderstood Ghibli film. Are you fucking kidding me? Am I gonna like a film that nobody else is like? And am I gonna be like special and different? No. That is not the fucking case. This... After that chapter... After that chapter... It was just downhill. It was just down fucking hill. There is nothing. There is nothing that I can say. There is nothing. It was so boring. It was so uneventful. And by the time Barbara replied, okay, to my message, I was already fucking... I was tapped out. I replied to her, I was like, update, so it kinda sucks still. There is no redemption, there is no reappraisal, there is no, it's bad. The Yamadas are... They're fucking chopped. They're fucking chopped. Yo. Fake. I do not recommend this fucking film. And if you think about it, I would recommend most of the fucking Ghibli films, okay? Even the ones that aren't as eventful, even the ones that I think that might be a bit weird and quirky, like, you know, my Pompoko. No, this one is not. And the thing is that they started off strong. You know what I'm saying? It started off strong and very purposeful. Like, the whimsiness at the start was beyond. Like, it was like the show, like the intro at the start of the film was so fucking good. Like that sequence of slice of life, urban, domestic lifestyle, but with the splash of fantasy, like the way they portray the different moments, the scenes, or like, you know, like that one sequence where like, you know, the one sequence where they show the birds and the bees, and mom and dad are crossing some river, and they pick up a peach, and the peach hatches, and the sun comes out of the peach, like stuff like that. It's very whimsy, very fun. It's like blurring the lines of the reality and fantasy. But that spark never returns, okay? It never reaches that. We never get that energy ever again, which is very confusing. Like, why would you have that at the start of the film as like this, like, whoa, like it's like this beautiful, like conceptual vibe, but the actual film is just like that. And you know what, Barbara was saying that the film is more slice of life than a lot of slice of life animes, if you know what I'm saying. You know what she's saying. It is more mundane than a lot of these actual slice of life animes. It is so uneventful. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to... Like, there's nothing happening. There's nothing interesting. It is a good thing that it's only 1 hour and 30 something minutes. 40 maybe. Thank God it's not 2 hours. Oh my fucking God. I don't know if I can sit through 20 more minutes of that fucking shit. The fucking shit. Oh my God. It's not good. It's not good. Guys, do I have to watch the Earthsea movie? Do I have to watch the fucking cursed Earthsea fucking movie because that is apparently not good, right? So if this is like boring, oh god, I don't know. And I was actually supposed to watch, and I was actually supposed to review Mononoke. I was actually supposed to review Mononoke if we're talking about the chronology, but I kind of fucked up a bit. And by the time I realized, I was already halfway through my Neighbors the fucking Yamadas, and I did not want to rewatch it or restart or go back to the... You know what I say? I already started my analysis, my making of the notes, and preparation to film the video afterwards, so I did not want to scrap all of that and start watching Mononoke. So my Mononoke video will come out later this week. I'm gonna do it this week because this film was so disappointing. It was so boring. It was so drab. It was like... And I see the potential. I really do see the potential. Shamika said that... No, I'm not... No. That is it, okay? I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm starting to be a bit grumpy and starting to be a bit annoyed. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, ugh. Let's just stop talking about it, okay? This fucking stuff. There is like literally nothing to say. I can't even say like, oh, I hate this fucking character or I hate the way they No, it's just fucking bland as shit. Fucking bland. Like, no, for real. Let's just end this, okay? There's nothing else to say, okay? So the film, it was a wasted opportunity. I think it could have been way better, especially with the music of Akiko fucking Yano. And the beautiful art style. It was all wasted. It was all fucking wasted. They had it at the start and then they just let go. It is almost like they just said, okay, we're not trying anymore. Bam! Bam! Fucking turd. So yes, I do not recommend this, but like and subscribe and do all of that. Okay, if you made it this far, like and subscribe and do all of that, and I'll be here. I'll be here at the end of the week with the Mononoke video because we need to fucking cleanse our fucking souls, okay? I have to recover from this thing. I need to feel the joy. I need to feel the magic of Ghiblis. Okay? This is not the magic of the Ghiblis. This was not. This was like, I don't know what the fuck is this. I don't know what the fuck this thing is supposed to be. So, I'll see you in the next video. Until then. Why did I say till then? I don't even have a phrase for that. Okay, anyways, goodbye. Okay, fucking bye. Ingredients.